police officer knocked off the man's rearview mirror, but he didn't stop. This unusual behavior immediately alerted the man. Thinking of the helicopter that had just flown by, he immediately had a bad feeling. As expected, the next second, an explosion occurred on the street ahead. A police officer warned them to stay in their car, but the next second, the truck driver was clearly acting up. Seeing this, the man knew he couldn't just sit there and wait for death. He immediately drove after the truck. But just as they crossed the intersection, an ambulance hit them. Fortunately, everyone was wearing seatbelts. At this moment, for unknown reasons, people were running toward them in strange positions. Seeing this, the man immediately took his family to an RV. But then a zombie rushed over. Fortunately, his wife kicked it away. They soon arrived at a supermarket where people did not seem to be infected. They decided to split up and search for supplies. A short while later, the man heard his daughter's cries. It turned out that two robbers were robbing his daughter. The robbers were about to shoot. The man had no choice but to shoot them. Unexpectedly, a police officer witnessed the man's murder. The man immediately surrendered, but unexpectedly, the police ignored them. After all, no one cares about these things in the end of the world. When the man left the supermarket, he discovered his RV had been stolen. They had no choice but to flee to a nearby apartment to avoid the zombies. Meanwhile, the man received a call from his CIA officer, who told them a helicopter would be dispatched to the rooftop to meet them. They entered the hallway and prepared to head to the rooftop, but just then, the man could only shoot, but this only attracted more zombies. However, as a top-tier agent, the man was exceptionally skilled and quickly dispatched most of the zombies. They reached the rooftop. The man told his wife to stand back, then stood at the edge and began counting down. If a mutation occurred, he would jump without hesitation. It turned out that after the car crash, the man had witnessed the entire process of a person being infected by zombies. From being bitten to fully transformed into a zombie, it took only 12 seconds. During the fight with the zombies, zombie blood dripped into the man's mouth. Fortunately, the man was not infected. However, the corridor was now filled with zombies. To buy time for his family to board the helicopter, the man desperately blocked the door. Only after his family boarded the helicopter did he run over. Under the cover of the soldiers, they successfully evacuated the rooftop.